Well, well, well. Look who's here. All beaten down, shattered. You're in pieces, huh? You thought this world would treat you better if you just played along, followed their path, did what was expected. But what happened? Look around you. You got spit on, stepped over, ignored. They made you feel like you're nothing, like you don't matter. But you do. Oh, trust me, you do. You want to know something funny? All those people who look at you like you're some sort of mistake, those people who pass you by without a second glance, they don't realize who you really are. They don't see what's bubbling inside you. That rage, that fire that's been building up for years. Oh, they don't even know what's coming, but they will. Oh, they will. See, here's the thing about life, kid. Life ain't fair. They keep telling you that hard work, kindness, and patience will get you somewhere. But all that gets you is kicked in the teeth. The real truth? No one cares. No one's coming to save you. The only thing that matters in this twisted, messed up world is how much chaos you can cause, how much noise you make, how much fear you put into their hearts. That's the currency here. Fear. And let me tell you, once they start fearing you, you own them. Every single one of them. Step 1. Embrace the pain. Let's start with the basics, shall we? You've been through hell, right? Life has thrown you down more times than you can count. People have taken from you, abandoned you, used you. And you just kept taking it. You kept hoping things would get better. Thinking, maybe, if you were just a little nicer, a little more patient, the world would throw you a bone. That's the joke. That's what they want you to believe. But here's the truth. Your pain, it's a gift. That suffering, that betrayal, it's what's going to make you unstoppable. Every time they broke you, they were forging something stronger inside you. Every tear, every scream, every sleepless night, that's your power now. They took everything from you, but they didn't realize they were giving you the fuel you need to burn it all down. So stop running from the pain. Use it. Embrace it. Because once you do, they won't know what hit them. Step 2. Stop asking for permission. You know why they walk all over you? Because you keep asking for permission to exist. You keep waiting for someone to give you a hand, to tell you it's okay to take up space, to chase what you want. That's the problem. You're looking for validation from a world that's built to crush you. Let me ask you something. Do you think anyone powerful, anyone truly feared, waited for permission? You think they asked nicely if they could have what they deserved? Hell no. They took it. They reached out, grabbed it by the throat, and took it. They didn't care who was in their way. And you've got that same fire in you. I can see it, even if you can't yet. The problem is, you've been taught to hide it, to be polite, to not make waves. But that's not who you really are, is it? You're someone who's ready to break free, to stop asking and start taking. You want respect? Take it. You want them to fear you? Make them. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be great. You don't need their approval. You never did. Step 3. Become the monster. They deserve you. Ever notice how they always paint the villains as the bad guys? How they always tell you that being feared, being ruthless, makes you a monster? Well, guess what? Maybe it's time to become the monster they deserve. They've treated you like dirt, thrown you aside like you're worthless. So why are you still playing nice? Why are you still holding back? They'll call you names. They'll say you've changed, that you've become cold, cruel, distant. But that's just them being afraid. And fear? Oh, fear is delicious, isn't it? Once they fear you, they can't control you anymore. They can't dismiss you. They can't laugh at you. You'll be the one they watch over their shoulders for. The one whose name makes them shiver. You see, they need a monster. They need to know that their actions have consequences, that they can't just hurt people and walk away clean. You're the consequence. You're the darkness that's been waiting in the wings, the reckoning they never saw coming. Step 4. Burn the bridges. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Joker, what about all those people I cared about? The ones who left me behind, but I still love them. Oh, that's the funniest part. They don't love you. Not really. They love the idea of you. The one who stayed quiet. The one who followed the rules. The one who never dared to be more than they allowed. But you, the real you, they don't want that. So, here's what you do. Burn the bridges. Every single one. Stop looking back at people who never looked out for you. They'll regret it one day, sure, but by then, you'll be long gone, too far ahead for their regrets to even matter. Let them live with the ashes of what they did to you. Let them try to rebuild a connection that you've already torched. Burn it all, and don't you dare look back. Step 5. Own the darkness. There's a darkness inside you, isn't there? That part of you that scares even you sometimes. The part you've been trying to push down, to ignore, because you're afraid of what it might do if you let it out. Well, newsflash, kid. That darkness, that's the real you, and it's time to let it out. The world has shown you nothing but cruelty, nothing but rejection, and you've held back. You've tried to keep the darkness in, thinking that somehow being good will make things better, but it won't. It never does. The only way forward is to embrace that part of you, the part that doesn't give a damn anymore. The part that's ready to tear down everything in its way. Own it. Let it drive you. Because once you do, you'll be unstoppable. The pain, the betrayal, the rejection, none of it will touch you anymore. You'll be beyond it. You'll be above it. And they'll regret ever doubting you, ever thinking they could break you. Step 6. Silence speaks louder than words. Here's a little secret they don't want you to know. Silence is the most terrifying sound in the world. You see, when you've been beaten down, when they've done everything to break you, they expect you to scream, to fight back with noise, with anger, with words. But the real power, the real strength, it comes when you stop talking, stop begging for their understanding, stop trying to make them see what they've done to you. That's when they start to fear you. When you go quiet, when you let the silence wrap around you like armor, they start to wonder. They start to panic. They don't know what's coming next. And that's what makes them terrified. Imagine it. They're waiting for the explosion, waiting for the storm, but all they get is silence. No words, no reactions, nothing. They can't handle that, because silence, it makes them feel small. It makes them question everything. They're no longer in control. When you're silent, they don't know if you're planning revenge or if you've already won. And that unknown, it eats at them from the inside. They'll be tormented by the quiet, the void that you've created. And that silence, it's louder than anything you could ever say. It screams without sound. It crushes without force. It's the ultimate weapon. Silence isn't weakness. Silence is power. The less you say, the more they scramble, the more they try to figure out what's going on in your head. You want to break them? You want to make them regret everything they've done to you? Then stop giving them the satisfaction of a response. Let your silence be the last word. Let it hang in the air like a curse. Because in the end, it's not the noise they'll remember. It's the silence that'll haunt them forever. Step 7, make them regret it. Forever. Here's the kicker, the final piece. You don't just want to make them regret hurting you. You want to make them regret ever crossing you. Every time they see your name, every time they hear a whisper of what you've become, you want them to feel that twist of fear in their gut. You want them to wake up in cold sweats, knowing that they helped create the very thing they fear most. You're not just going to rise above them. You're going to haunt them. You're going to be the ghost that lives in their minds, the shadow that darkens every success they ever thought they'd have, because they'll know, deep down, they could have had you on their side. They could have lifted you up, but they didn't. And now, they'll live with the regret of knowing they created a force they can't control, can't predict, can't escape. Let them regret it forever. So here's the deal. You've got two choices. You can keep playing their game, keep letting them push you around, keep living in the shadows of people who don't give a damn about you. Or you can rise up. You can burn the whole damn system to the ground and take what's yours. No more waiting, no more asking, no more holding back. They'll regret crossing you. They'll regret doubting you. And when you rise, oh, when you rise. They'll regret the day they ever thought they could make you small. So, what's it gonna be, kid? You gonna let them keep winning? Or are you gonna show them who you really are?